Hello everybody, it's showtime!
Showtime.
It's showtime! Oh, no one is around. Now is everyone is around. Plop.
Whoop.
Oh.
Whoop.
Oh.
And
Oh.
a whoop. And a whoop.
Hello, welcome. Black.
Crap.
That is always funny when it happens, huh? I do not hear it for some reason again. But I'll figure it out. Where is my sound alerts? Yeah, it is monitor and output, so it should be going. Oh well, maybe it's just the first time. Hello everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Hira Fire Shimmer, usually your succubus, ringmaster, and magician. Now I hear the sound alerts. Thank you, Nancy, for a second reading. Another one for good charm. Indeed. Welcome to the show. Usually your circus ringmaster and magician, but now detective because of the great Ace Attorney. I'm joined with the great Ace Attorney Trip. With Kururu.
I'm drinking tea.
You're drinking tea.
Drinking tea.
Sounds nice. We have Cthulhu.
Hep.
Eh?
Hep.
Are you calling out for help in secret
No,
code?
I'm just doing the sound because it makes me laugh.
Not all. Always good to have something to keep us entertained.
On your toes.
On your toes.
Yeah, Coots is always keeping us on our toes.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at a little cute bin gremlin standing on Ryan's toes. No, not toes. Hand.
Yeah,
No more toes.
Oh, your toes.
That's enough toes.
And we have Ryan. Ox Ryan.
Hello.
Hello. Hope everyone is doing okay. Hope everyone still knows what we're doing, what the story was about, or how it's faring.
I remember.
Yes,
You remember.
we're going through the trial.
We went through our second summation examination, or at least
We're starting
it.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
On what grounds, though? What was what were things that Funzig said that persuade the juries to actually just go ahead and find a
He was
guilty?
like, yeah, he was like, oh, well, if she's innocent, then who's the guilty person? And we were just sitting there like, that's not
He threw some wine off to the side, a whole bottle of wine this
like
time.
fucking usual, you know.
Into the gallery.
Yeah, it's at the gallery, and that's what persuaded them to.
Oh yeah. His fancy moves on throwing the wine with just two fingers, so just bloop, backwards, backwards flip. Woo.
Whoa.
The bottle flips.
I think the gallery will enjoy that that wine.
It would have been really funny if he did the bottle flip thing where you try to land it. Won't set again.
It fits the timeline
You know-
of what the game was.
You know, I bet there's a meme or two about that. I never looked for it, but it probably is there. But yeah, we're about to enter our examination. We were, well, I think Kutz was like, oh, we can better stop there so that we can kind of get a recap of what happened. So why the jury is thinking like that? Maybe reveal even more truths. I don't know. I mean, sometimes the examination just gives us new information.
Like,
Anyway.
who knows? Not me.
I don't know. Who
Nah.
knows?
I don't know, you know.
It's the dumb squad.
It's the dumb squad.
Wow, that is really great.
Fair. Fair.
Really fair. Anyway, I suppose we're going to start now. Belle is coming later. She'll be dropping by throughout the somewhere. Oh yeah, and Natesy. She's not here. Natesy is just in chat. She's sick.
Oh, hope you get better soon.
She lost her voice, so I was like, yeah, you're gonna even though her voice is returning, I said like, yeah, no, you're gonna stay and rest.
You shut your mouth and you like.
Oh wow, that is a bit.
Your mouth, and you're gonna
I'm on my
stay shut.
Yeah, you need to stay in bed with Batmate. See. So no circus for you today. Ha ha ha.
Mouth your shut.
What? Mouth your shut.
Aw.
Let's just get into it and see how this summation examination will go. Let's get into it. Pop 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 pop.
Hip. Hip.
Okay. Wow. We're pulling all everything, huh?
I can't stop myself when I hear the sheesh. I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Already a stretch redeem? Wait. Is that, and I'm there telling you to no, we're not sending you to shut up at that cell, Natesy. Stretchy stretch. Okay, the defense util. Okay, we had all these dialogues. Did we already read them? I think we did, but we might as well just go through them now as well as we go.
Again.
Okay, Ryan.
Okay.
Wait,
and I
need
forgot
to
to open it up.
And I need to put a Nyan timer up because Nyan redeem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Ryan. Yeah.
Once a rogue, always a rogue, I say. Yeah. Different breed to us law-abiding citizens. Yeah.
Just because this Miss Lestrade has a history of pickpocketing, she must be guilty of murder. Is that what you're saying, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, well.
After all members of are all members of British Army so quick to judge, yeah?
I beg your pardon, yeah. Are you mocking Her Majesty's Armed Forces, yeah? The greatest military organization in the world.
Okay, good, so good. Yeah. I'm simply illustrating my point, yeah.
Yeah.
Making assumptions about pupil because they're soldier or pickpocket is wrong and dangerous, yeah.
Well, yes, Nya. You might have the point there, I suppose, Nya. But let's not forget, the girl already shown she had it in her from before, Nya. She's clearly a criminal sort through and through. Can't deny it, Nya.
When you say that she'd shown that she had it in her, yeah. Are you referring to this, yeah?
Exactly. Tried to swipe that only a day earlier, or am I mistaken, yeah?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Given what that I was actually there at the time, it's hard to refute that, yeah. Ooh, cutesy iris, yeah.
I've never actually seen the real thing. I can't wait to have a closer look at it.
Yeah?
I've never.
I forgot about it.
Yes, of course, yeah. Ooh, Sherlock
God,
Holmes,
it's
yeah.
Yes.
been so long since I've actually done.
Mr. Holmes, did you did use his caramel bars to make a copy of the disc, didn't he? Yeah. And then ordered every type of music book he could find from across Europe. Yeah. Well, it's only like his image.
We still don't know what time and place, though, do we? But I'd love to see the original Compare Sounds' copy.
Yeah. And the timer is out.
I just had to get in that one last.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
one last. Yeah.
McGonagall's disc. Could it be somehow? McGonagall. Hmm. Perhaps we should examine it in more detail. Wait, in more detail? Why? Well, let's see now that we actually own the freaking disc. Well, we already did the bot better thing, right?
Damn, this music fucking banging right now.
This music is indeed good, actually.
This is blood.
Are we still doing the yeah?
Dar. Violet. Nyada nyada.
I got the nyana ready, so
So is the nyas done?
yes.
Yeah. It's done.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
just
done.
making sure.
The nyana is a different redeem for ara, but in nyans.
Oh,
So this is blood. Probably from somebody's fingertip.
Okay, real quick because
One after the other.
Violet is asking for the other.
Nene. Violet. Arara. Ka. Vai. Koto.
oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god.
Well, the gist, but not just somebody's fingertip. Mr. Benedict's fingertip.
And you're still in white?
Yes, it happened that afternoon in Manx. Gina tried to snatch the disc out of the man's hand, and the little sharp bumps cut his thumb.
So, a lesson is, if someone tries to grab a music box disc from you, let go quickly.
The lesson is don't snatch things, surely.
Other
She's
redeem.
taking after Gina.
Why are we getting so many redeems for boy stuff? Well, it was time, guys.
Oh great. Oh god, my fucking shoulder just cracked. Ah!
Oh, you okay?
Because I'm leaning on it and it just went and like buckled under me when it cracked.
Oh, that
My
sounds
head hit the
terrible.
pillow.
Hi, guys.
For McGonagall. That's the man you defended in court a couple of months ago, isn't it?
Yes.
So
Oh wow, they mistakenly defend that.
Okay. I wonder what his name is doing on the back of this disc.
That's the question I would love to know the answer to myself. Well, we investigated the disc. Well then, who was the mate? I think either Bell or HC. So
Yeah.
someone needs to take over. Who? Ryan.
Yeah, not me.
Ryan, you go.
As only 2 bullets were fired at this scene, I would say the whole case is done and dusted.
Is there none of bullets that was that has you convinced?
Only 2 bullets were fired, and the 2 guns that fired them have been examined by the police. Woo.
Hello?
When the parliament asks me how many were invited for dinner, I always tell her to count the table settings. Woo.
Well, that's logical, I suppose. You were.
Although,
Yeah.
Sometimes after dining, crockery does go missing. One or two guests rather like the fine china. Woo.
Does your employer dine with dead thieves?
So I suppose you will.
I
If there was
suppose
another
we-
bullet somewhere of which we were unaware,
A bullet?
I'd have to reconsider my position.
I thought bullet somewhere on your scene. Could that be possible?
Third bullet on the scene.
I don't know. Is it possible? We
Can
can't
we look
prove
at
it.
the stuff? Can we look?
I don't.
Yeah, let's
I
check,
think. I don't think we can prove it. We have this bullet,
Wait, is there anything that
the
says like
bullet
what
in
was heard?
Wildebank,
Do you
and
have
was
anything
heard?
about like oh, did they hear 3 shots or did they only hear
no,
2?
we don't. We don't have that.
I think only here
Oh,
too.
no.
Up to now, we only have 2. Otherwise, we
And
wouldn't
we
have
have two
the.
guns.
Otherwise,
that
we-
fired once.
Otherwise, we would have had like.
Okay, wait, look at the guns real quick. I want to read the thing real quick. Single round. Okay, look at the left one now. Okay, yeah, so there's only 2. They
Yeah.
were both only fired.
The timer is expired, by the way, so no lose anymore.
Ah,
But yeah, otherwise we wouldn't have this explanation because they are convinced that there's can't be a third bullet, so there's only
Maybe
2,
it's something
and
we
we
can get
already
back
proved
into.
which 2 those were, so it's impossible for now. Unfortunately, only 2 bullets were discovered by the police during their investigation.
Yes, I know.
Right.
And I don't imagine the good man of Scotland Yard would have overlooked anything. If I missed the bullet while I was cleaning his lordship's office, well, I should receive a sound scolding, I don't doubt.
And he would receive a visit from the police, perhaps. Sound like a crime scene to me.
Hello.
well,
Hello.
Oh, hey there, Belle. Why is your PNG not appearing? There we go. Let me get Belle a little bit closer to. How you doing, Mel?
I am okay.
Oh, okay.
aw. Sound a bit down.
Yeah, a little bit. You okay? Sounds a little absent-minded, I suppose, but.
Hoping you feel better, Belle.
Thank you, Ryan.
Hope so too. Well, we were in the middle of this examination, so let's continue.
Should we do like a quick recap of what happened last time
Oh yeah,
for Belle?
oh yeah, Belle. Do you know what happened last time, or do we need to fill you in real quick?
I don't know.
Okay. Who's best with explaining?
Good.
Good.
No, not me.
Right now, we're currently on our second cross-examination because all the jury thinks that because only 2 shots have been fired, the only way that the bullet would have gone into the body is that Gina was the one firing it. So if Gina was really
and
innocent,
We've determined like where they were all standing as well,
Yeah.
which I think is a crucial.
There was that we tried to prove that was the burglars that shot Winterbank, but seeing as there was 2 bullets that shot one that shot Sherlock and one that shot Winterbank, the jury yet again believes that Gina is guilty. So we're trying to prove that second examination.
And the 2 brothers
Summation.
fired the gun that shot Sherlock.
Yeah. Would completely turn things around if it was one, wouldn't it?
find one lying around somewhere.
I mean, last time we didn't play, right?
Last week.
We were playing
Last
with
week,
meat.
I think
last
we
week
were
we
there.
did. You were sick, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
But nothing much. I mean, we already understood that. Kind of, but okay.
This is your voice line, Belle. You're playing this with your.
We're reading them.
Oh, me? Yes.
Yep.
You don't need a stereoscope to see the truth here. Every which way you look at it, it has that pickpocket. It was that pickpocket.
So, if I understood correctly, you need two pictures. One left eye and one significantly different right eye one.
Exactly. Then you can see it in 3 dimensions like this.
Creepy
So-
eyes.
If I have two, so if we have two bullets, I don't suppose we can see anything useful with them.
I think you'll find that no matter how much you squint, the truth of the situation will always look the same here. Only person who could have shot the victim is that girl in the dog.
How can you be sure of that?
Think about it. The Teen Pillar brothers shot the great detective, didn't they?
Yes, that's been mentioned once or twice.
Well then, sure is coming into focus now, isn't it?
This is a waste of time. I'm not going to change this man's mind anytime soon.
I never imagined that simple operation would cause me such grief.
You still are up.
Yeah.
Would you please stop muttering about things that have nothing to do with this trial, sir? The defendant's life is on the line here.
What if he was operating on Sherlock?
Oof.
Oh, maybe.
Well, the thing is, I couldn't really say that it has nothing to do with this trial, to be honest.
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
I mean, there's no question that the man was shot, but the bullet had simply vanished from his stomach.
Oh.
Oh.
It's quite explicable, don't you think?
Hmm.
Oh my god. Where is the bullet? What?
I almost don't want to ask, but the surgery you've been muttering about all this time, were you operating on?
What's the fellow's name now? Herlick? No.
No.
Herlock? No, Hairlock?
It should be Shirley, sure, but okay, because of the translation patch. Sherlock Holmes, by any chance?
Yes, good lord. It was the Hairlock fellow.
Okay, are you not even bothering with the Sherlock fellow? What? You're the surgeon that operated Mr. Holmes?
That's right, using the very latest anesthesia techniques, I might add. It was a fairly major op, I can tell you.
This is crazy.
Let me see, the fellow was brought in not long after midnight, if I remember correctly. They said he'd been shot by some criminal or other, so I opened him up like a shot. But the funny thing is, I went over his insides with a fine-tooth comb, and I couldn't find the bullet anywhere. So I'm afraid I had to throw up my hands and just stitch the fellow back up.
I hate to state the obvious, but
Yes?
surely that's because the bullet is still at the scene of the shooting.
The counsel for the defense is correct. As is clearly shown in this photographic print. The bullet that the Tim
The bullet that the Tim Pillar this
Oh,
is
sorry.
my line. The bullet that the Tim Pillar brought us fired on Mr. Holmes hit him in the stomach region. Then exited his body and launched into the shop wall where the calendar was hanging by the door. I think you'll find it quite simple if you just consider the problem three-dimensionally.
Oh, who do you think I am, son?
Well, juror number 4 is about the best I can do.
You're number 4.
As soon as I saw the wound to the man's stomach, I flipped him over.
Like a pancake. Are you saying that you checked his back?
I did check his ass. Of course I did.
Hey yo.
What?
You're number 4? Well, that's their number 4.
And there wasn't a trace of injury. No sign that the bullet had left the body at all.
What?
That's the point. The only logical conclusion was that the bullet was still somewhere in the man's innards.
Check these cheeks. They're good for class. Come on, Violet. I know Sherlock is a good-looking. I know that this Sherlock is pretty good-looking, but I mean, yeah. Well.
Which is exactly why I said about slicing him up. And I'm still none the wiser even now. How many times do I have to say it? Can somebody please explain how it happened? Can somebody please solve the mystery?
It's almost as much of a mystery as how this injury was put together, how this jury was put together.
Wait, so then that must be the 3rd bullet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we have another gun?
Maybe?
The mystery of where that bullet ended up is infuriating. Where's an expert when you need one?
Nancy does this one, so, oh shit. Did we, can someone read juror number 5's line?
I could do it since I don't have any other right.
Sure,
I don't think.
Sure. You don't have any other juror except for Garabab and now the maid.
The accused attempted theft on the previous day. I can see I'm in for a busy day ahead.
What do you mean you're in for a busy day?
Forgot to say, stop. Do excuse me, stop. I'm a communications officer. Stop.
A communications officer? Does that have to do something with the sending telegrams?
Everything from personal messages written by members of the public to the latest news in the capital. I convert all the messages into Morse code and tap it out to the entire world electronically.
To the entire world?
Thousands of miles under the cable, under the sea. Stop. Worldwide communication network. Stop. Information transmitted to and from all corners of the globe. Stop.
Ah, yes. She was getting equally woken up about radio waves or the like before, wasn't she?
I specialize in communicating information from government departments and newspapers' offices.
I see.
I'm sure I shall have to wire the newspaper reports of today's guilty verdict later. So no sleep for me tonight, I imagine.
Let's just finish this trial up first, shall we? Well, let's talk to myself for a bit. I'm a ballistic expert. I have seen many shootings. There's nothing I do not know about guns. I thought you were just a tourist. Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take a bus to Crystal Tower, please. There's no way he's just visiting tourist. So, you're a ballistic expert. Who knew? I have much experience with guns.
Sus.
I have lived through many, how do you say, extreme violent bath of blood of
String violent bloodbaths, perhaps?
Those extreme violent bloodbaths. English is very difficult tongue, considering the sort of people who associate with who's associated with, I'm surprised you still have at home. Anyway, if you have questions about bullets and guns, you ask me. Whack. Okay, thank you, Nate. That is nothing I do not know. No mystery I can not solve. He's very confident in his knowledge of guns, that's for sure. But if possible, please, only in Russian language.
He's not very confident in his knowledge of English, though, is he?
No, still. We could bear in mind. Nitsi, are you going to spam the quack?
It's me.
Oh, it's now you.
Quack.
It's quite funny though, yeah. We should bear in mind. He's our first man if there's mystery about guns or bullets. Von Zix has managed. How dare you, Jim? I'm sorry, Natesy. I thought you were still playing around the crack. Von Zix managed to somehow convince everyone.
When you have eliminated the festival, he said, but he hasn't.
If we're going to fight back, we need more material. And we have to fight back. We have to turn this trial around again. You're immediately accusing me without looking into the evidence. I'm sorry, Nancy.
Is this even a court of justice?
I should look into the evidence. We're in the court of justice after all. I'm sorry. I'll check my court records. If even what kind of that I know. I'm like Sherlock Holmes here. Wait, what? That sounds really strange. Okay. Any idea if we should pit two people together? If there only was two bullets, I would say no. Okay.
Probably
Bullets
2
at the
and 4,
scene,
right?
and then the doctor guy.
Sorry, what? Oh,
The
wait.
doctor guy and
The
the
doctor?
maid.
The maid. Huh, maybe? Because this one is like... This one, okay.
He has
Yeah.
something to say, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Roma. And the maid.
like what's the little speech bubble on top of him?
Let's see. Alright. Oh, no. It's because we selected him as the one
Ah, okay.
to pit against someone else. You get him, Nate. Violet, let's go eat some ice cream. No! Don't! Give me some ice cream, please! I want chocolate ice cream. Or anything
ice
chocolate.
cream.
We scream for ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ah. Well, it was clearly not the right statement.
Ah.
Those two
He was like-
statements clearly contradicted each other.
Sorry, old bean. Can't accept that. Ask Squadron Leader.
What?
All fighting for a common cause, don't you know, my chaps? No way they contradict one another.
I concur, Mr. Foreman. You will refrain from personal attacks on the jury based solely on your own frustrations, Counsel. Who did
And this is really... The really frustrating thing is, I thought I identified a genuine discrepancy there.
I thought it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, me too.
There are a lot of questionable characters in the Garrison Squadron. We might have to listen to what they have to say a few times before it starts to make sense.
Yes, and press them on anything that sounds suspicious. That's the way forward there. Here. Still, should we really be labeling members of the jury as questionable?
Hi, Fumi.
Hi, Sleepy Fumi.
Oh, mommy! Hello!
Hello.
I see you and Belle are acquainted.
Yeah, they are in real life too.
Oh,
Aww.
that's nice.
Welcome, welcome.
I think we need to press the doctor again because of his new statement here. Mr. Holmes, surgeon is on the jury. I've experienced some coincidences really recently, but this is ridiculous.
I'm as surprised as anyone.
But there's one question. There's no question that Mr. Holmes was shot.
Well, that's what the police told me when they brought him in.
What were his injuries, Doctor?
I'm sorry.
He was in a bad way.
That's okay.
He lost a huge amount of blood, you know. And I suspect he was shot at quite a close range too. Because his skin was badly burned around the point of entry.
Oh,
What?
that means it was like right at his body.
He stabbed.
No, I
As
mean like
said,
the muzzle was very close to him.
but there was no
He had a
bullet.
burn.
If like, where was the bullet?
Look,
As I said, I flipped the fellow over and examined his back, but there was no sign of an exit wound.
when a gun fires, there's the gunpowder. That's how it burns.
Yeah, but like the bullet, it wasn't in his body. So maybe
Apparently
it
not.
wasn't a gun wound from a bullet. Speculating.
The mystery thickens.
The plot
thickens
thickens.
like good soup. Which is why I thought I'd better locate the lug and pop it out.
And yet you say you found no bullet inside the patient.
Well, I wouldn't have done, would I? Because it's in the wall of the pawnbrokers. But how did he get there? I need someone to solve this mystery before it drives me to insanity. If only there were some expert in ballistics who could help, even if he looked extremely untrustworthy.
Well, I think we know the question now. So we have a disappearing bullet on our hands. Well, let's question this ballistics expert.
Yes.
Wait, do we need to pit them against each other? Is that what they're saying?
Oh, maybe yes, because this is already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you,
that
Sleepy,
makes
for me for the follow. Welcome to the circus. Hope you enjoy the show. Let's skip all this real quick because there's no quick skip for it. We already had these. Okay, now we need to just pit them together then. Yeah, that was insane. These two statements clearly contradict the idea that all I do is pit jurors against each other.
Sure, that totally contradicts the fucking idea.
Days after pitting jurors against each other.
I still think that we should investigate Holmes' his cheeks to see.
Expert.
Come on, Violet. Keep it in your pants, please.
They are.
I knew it. Violet was always horny.
Did you read this already? Okay.
Yeah.
Pitting. On the night in question, Mr. Holmes was shot by one of the Timple brothers. But since there's no sign of an accident wound on his back, we must assume the bullet didn't pass through him. However, no bullet was found lodged into Mr. Holmes's body either. Furthermore, a bullet was found lodged into the wall of the shop where Mr. Holmes was shot.
Nani?
Also interested in guys. Oh, come on.
But you wanted to investigate Sherlock's cheeks, huh? That's pretty sus.
Juror number
That's
6.
pretty sus. You didn't
Hello,
even have to point out.
my name is Dmitri. Pleased to meet you. The apparent contradiction in the facts is so clearly troubling juror number 4. Are you able to explain the mystery? Okay. Sorry, I just got startled. I heard a huge bang outside my freaking.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Good shot.
I don't know.
Outside your door?
No, not outside my door, but outside my apartment. Why did I start talking with a British accent?
My flat, not my apartment.
Oh, I thought it was in game. I have seen very similar situation in Motherland. Huh? It was night, where there was blizzard. I was running along the mountain road for freezing cold.
Golly.
The snow was piling through on both sides of the road. It was very narrow and dangerous. My pursuers had hunting rifles, and they were in dog sleds. Mental note, don't ask too many questions. I was shot from behind, and I fell down in the snow. And the situation was very similar to what I hear today from Doctor. They could not find bullet in my body, and no sign of, how do you say, exit wound.
Then where did the bullet go?
Bullet never hit me.
Well, if it never hit you, why did you fall down?
Bullet hit frozen water ice very close to my side. What? One small piece, very sharp, broke away from lump of ice and pierced my body. It made deep wound that looks like bullet wound.
It wasn't bullet wound. Good gracious.
Of course. Piece of ice quickly merged inside me.
Oh.
And the solution of mystery of this disappearing bullet.
Wait, what was his last dialogue thing?
The piece
The
of
ice
ice
melted
lodged inside of him as a bullet wound, and it melted away.
Oh, melted away.
Something
But
Holmes had that melted
that
away.
doesn't answer the question at all.
Maybe.
His heart.
His heart.
The music disc.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, the caramel one.
Yeah.
Wait, but he said that there was like burnt.
Huh. Yeah, there was
Things
burn
wrong.
wound at the side.
The shooting happened in the pawnbroker shop. Not some snowy mountain road in another country. There is snow in England.
Just an idea, but we might be looking at we not be looking at exactly the same scenario here.
Where exactly was Holmes' shot again?
Well, according to the report, in his stomach, sort of around this area, I think.
Well, that's precisely where he always wears the little pouch on his belt.
A pouch. Actually, I might have not noticed something like that.
Yes, a pouch. It's where he keeps 3 glass vials of very
never mind. That's
chemicals
worse.
that he uses in his investigations.
What?
Tell us after
Really?
everything, will you?
Doctor, where is the pouch Mr. Holmes was wearing?
Well, the fellow had nothing like that on his person when he arrived at the hospital, as far as I remember.
Oh god, I forgot he existed.
Wow. Lord von Zieks.
While I realize it is forbidden for the prosecution to interject during a summation examination, I should inform the defense that I have the pouch in question in the antechamber outside the courtroom.
Sorry?
As I understand, when the police arrived on the scene and found Mr. Holmes injured, they removed the pouch in order to assess the wound.
Ah, thank goodness. I thought I was getting forgetful for a moment. I did forget the scalpel inside.
Since then, it has been in my safekeeping along with all other evidence relating to the case. I can personally vouch for the fact that it has not been touched since the incident occurred.
Very well. While extremely unconventional during a summation examination, I must demand the prosecution presents the item in question with all speed. Bring forth Mr. Sherlock Holmes' pouch.
His kangaroo pouch. There's just a baby inside.
Wow.
Just a boy.
That just been shot.
But like, not like a full-on baby, like the little plastic babies you can buy.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's what caused the bullet.
The tiny babies.
So this is the pouch worn by Mr. Holmes on the night in question, is it?
Look at that.
It's a broken one.
One of the valves is broken, and the leather around it is scorched black. It's almost as if the valve exploded.
Exploded?
So, that night, the bullet from the Timpar brothers' gun struck Mr. Holmes' pouch.
And it was the glass vial exploding that caused the fellow's injury.
This bullet did not penetrate the victim, but was deflected into Wood's shop.
Sip, sip.
What if he's just gonna get drunk at some point?
Maybe
A
he is
delightfully
already.
complex aroma.
Well, it would appear one mystery has been solved at least.
Though it has no bearing on the truth of this case.
Huh?
The bungling and burgling brothers shot the detective and the accused shot the pawnbroker. The pertinent facts of the case remain unaltered.
Okay.
But at least the mystery is solved. I can sleep easy tonight. Thank you, young man.
Changed to innocent.
Well, thank you very much. Glad I could help.
Due to its bearing on the conundrum just solved, the court will sequester the scruffy pouch as evidence.
Holmes's pouch isn't scruffy.
It's not, but
Now, the submission examination. It would appear the defense is somewhat struggling to alter opinion,
please, my lord, a little more, please. After all, that's a new piece of evidence. It could be a valuable clue, and I can't afford to overlook anything here, Ryunosuke. There's still a way to turn this around somehow, I'm sure of it.
Guys,
Oh.
I have to check the oven. Give me a second. I will be right back.
Okay.
No,
We'll be examining the pouch for a bit. So, this really is caused badly, just that here.
The strap is broken. Look.
Must be where the bullet hit then.
Let me see.
Wait, what?
Bullet!
Oh.
What?
shit.
What
Bullet!
the? Iris,
Another
look!
bullet!
Behind the broken valve was... Do you see it?
Miller Brothers bullet.
What a struggle log is that hit this pouch. It's amazing discovery. Yeah, I know, right? What the fuck? What this means is there were 3 bullets fired at Winterbanks that night.
And another gun.
We found exactly what the juror was talking about.
The 3rd bullet.
Oh, me.
It's time to press that juror again, I think. Well, everything's going our way now. New piece of evidence.
Fucking finally, God. Took it long enough.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I think you need to show it to the person, right?
we'll skip all this dialogue. Then, when she asks for the third bullet, foot bullet
Okay.
somewhere. Is this possible? I can't prove it.
Yay.
Allow me to show Dan the third bullet.
There you go.
Here it is. We just discovered it just now. Yes, on the night in question in Minlang's pawnbrokery, another bullet was fired.
I tell you, I'm yawning. What is this new trick in a Nipponese conjurer? Jesus Christ. Where did you find that bullet?
It was lodged inside Mr. Holmes's pouch.
What?
The pouch was removed around Mr. Holmes's waist before he was taken to the hospital. And since then, it has been touched by no one.
Do you mean to say the shot fired by the Tim Pillar brothers that night?
Yes, as your lordship has summarized, it hit this pouch.
But that makes no sense whatsoever. We already know the whereabouts of the bullet fired at Mr. Holmes. It's clearly visible in his photographic print.
Ah!
Oh wait, if you look at the picture of it, the blood is splattered around it, but it's not on the bullet or where the hole is, where it should be.
2 guns from the scene have already been submitted into for court record as evidence.
Yes, that of Mr. Windybank and that belonging to the Tim Pillar brothers.
An examination of both guns revealed that only a single bullet has been fired from each. Is Mel back?
Nope.
No.
Okay, who can read this real quick?
But that must mean...
Oh yeah, true. That's right. We now know that on the night of question, 3 bullets were fired. However, only 2 bullets were fired from the guns recovered from the crime scene. And until an inconceivable inconsistency somehow explained, we cannot and must not pass judgment.
His face.
Order, order, order. While the summation examination remains incomplete, the court has been presented with new facts. Facts that would appear to shake the very foundations upon which the case against the defendant has been built. As is my prerogative in this situation, I hereby temporarily suspend the submission examination.
By Jupiter.
What?
Bailiff, bring the witnesses back to the stand at once. Bruh.
Bruh. Bruh.
Why is he still there?
Well, he's there to keep an eye on him.
Apparently so.
Witnesses.
Governor.
Were you listening to the proceedings while the defense carried out the submission examination?
We was, Governor. We was. I need to fill in for Belle somehow at the moment.
Perhaps we can dispense with the tedious preamble. Simply answer this one question. A 3rd bullet has been identified at the scene of the crime. What do you make of that?
Make of it, I don't think nothing it can help.
Is it one of yours?
God blimey, love. God blimey, not a chance.
In that case, did you have an accomplice?
Plot thickens indeed, Violet.
What? Never the Temple of Brothers work alone.
It's just that the two of us, that's our trademark.
That's trademark.
That's our trademark. I don't know. Sorry for reading improperly.
No, it's really, it's funny because it matches how like dumb they are.
How?
Like they don't even know what they're saying. They're just doing whatever.
How soon have we gotten Paul Socky?
Only 2 of the bullets from the crime scene originated from the firearms we have in evidence.
We're speaking dialect too. Yeah, indeed.
Governor?
The 3rd bullet was fired from another gun. Where is it?
I mean, that's a head scratcher.
Counsel for the defense.
Yes.
I should like to hear your thoughts regarding these new developments. The 3rd bullet, the mysterious missing firearm, from whence it came.
Thinking back over all the testimony we've heard and all the evidence we've seen, I think I'm starting to form a picture of what really happened that night. My lord, I think it's clear that the 3rd bullet tells us about the Timper brothers.
They had an accomplice.
They had an accomplice. They had under gun. They had nothing to defeat. They had nothing to do with nothing at all.
Nope.
And a secret accomplice. On the night of Minimum Bank's pawnbrokery, the brothers must have been walking with a 3rd man. Because they were referring to someone else as well. And being angry if they found out that there was a 3rd one. The witnesses are clearly doing their best to cover up the existence of that accomplice. But the evidence points at the fact that there was someone else present. Someone carrying a gun.
He's already drunk the rest of the other glass. An accomplice, you say? Pigswill.
Huh?
These projected proceedings have already forced us to undergo 2 summation examinations. Yet in all that time, there has been not a murmur of a 3rd man. This apparently wraith-like being exists. Oh, Jesus!
Oh, wow.
He just crushed it with his hand instead of throwing it.
He has done that before, but I mean...
I know, but it always shocks me when he does it. The court must be shown hard evidence. Without it, this fantasy will be crushed.
Yeah.
The prosecution demands answers on 2 counts. Firstly, proof, evidence, that this accomplice was ever at the scene of the crime. And secondly, the identity of this spurious character.
The Temple Brothers are lying. I know that. But how can I ascertain the identity of a person they're hiding?
Well, counsel?
I'm supposed to prove the existence of this accomplice and reveal the person's identity, even... In response to the prosecution's demands, my lord, defense is... do we have anything? We do! We have a blood on this. That's from a 3rd bullet. And this
matches the
and this
yeah.
plate, which is from
Benedict.
Benedict. Egg Benedict!
Mr. Bend my dick, yeah.
Egg Benedict!
Eggs Benedict.
Ready to present answers. The defense is ready. I believe I can provide all the answers answers the prosecution demands.
Don't mind me, Benny's friend. Despite the swimming eyes, you seem to think you have something to say. This promises to be interesting.
I have to push forward now. There's no other option. Not another option. Let me drink something real quick. I need to use every single piece of evidence available to me if it will make a difference.
In that case, counsel, I would ask you to present the evidence without delay. On the night in question, in the moments leading up to the death of the victim, what proof have you that there was a third intruder present at the scene?
The evidence is right here in this portfolio.
By Jove, that portfolio again, is it?
You expect the court to rifle through your papers itself? Be more specific. You claim one of the blood samples proves the presence of a third intruder. Well, which one is it?
Oh well, this is one of them, right?
I feel like do the one on the scene first to see what that does.
Yeah.
What am I looking at here? There appears to be some green paint or such like around the bullet hole in the middle of the calendar.
That's a blood stain, my lord.
A blood stain?
Green blood. Curious even for you. Is the court to understand that the intruder was someone... You mean inhuman creature? It's not
Unhuman.
Unhuman.
Unhuman's your...
It's something developed by Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
My great detective.
New invention! Stop! Not yet appear in the story! Stop!
Thank you, Violet, for the high rate reading.
You see? It doesn't have a name yet, though. This fogger sprays a chemical that reacts with the different elements in people's blood to change its color.
Different elements of people's blood?
Yes, everyone's blood is slightly different, you see, because it's made up of different elements. So, by seeing what color it changes to, you can tell how flash's blood it is.
Ooh, that brings a whole extra dimension to looking at the blood.
Talk about blood in the courtroom! Stop! Very exciting! Stop!
As an example, this one shows blood of the victim, Mr. Winterbanks.
Striking blue.
Yes. So you see the green color of this blood stain on the calendar shows that somebody else was shot in the main part of the shot.
Now hold fire there, young man. Could be from some unrelated incident, couldn't it?
No, it's not unrelated. The date showing on the calendar is the date which Mr. Winterbank was killed.
By golly.
Therefore, we can assume that whoever was shot on the same day.
Then And whose blood is it?
Well, the Temple brothers in the stand don't appear to be suffering from any gunshot injuries. Which means it must be the blood of somebody else. The third intruder, in fact.
Whose identity the court is still waiting to hear. You can't delay this any longer, my learned friend.
The man's name is Act Benedict.
Benedict? Who on earth are you talking about, Council?
He paid a visit to Mr. Wendenbang's pawnbrokery on the afternoon before the incident took place.
When the accused attempted to deceive the pawnbroker into releasing this article into her possession.
That's right. The man identified by the defense, Mr. Act Benedict, then attempted to take the article from the defense by force. There was
Oh, yes, sir.
Ryan,
it was me.
sure.
I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, know?
Yes.
The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
We don't have an 8C here for Gina. Kudu, can you do a quick Gina expression? I don't know, impression.
Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you rastro, and needless to say, any music box this too.
I forgot the JoJo poses.
Inspector Gregson was there at the time, and can attest to what happened. In that end, it was the inspector himself who took the disc.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Can you corroborate this account, Inspector? Yes, my lord. That's more or less what happened. And in the interest of being thorough, I asked Windy Band for a print showing the fellow. Taken from one of his red-hand recorder cabinets.
Yes, and that's him talking to Mr. Wendenbank that morning.
And you claim this man is the brother's accomplice?
Well, Mr. Templar.
Never seen the geezer before in me life.
I'm alive, Gov. I'm alive. Never seen.
Sorry, I am back.
Ah, welcome back.
Well, somewhat unsurprisingly, it appears our witnesses disagree with the assertion.
So, well, just to catch you up, we found a third bullet because it was apparently lodged inside Sherlock Holmes's pouch, where he got shot. Remember? And apparently, the bullet was still lodged inside there. So that was a proof that there was a third bullet on the scene, and so a third gun that has been fired. Now we're trying to convince the jury that Act Benedict is the benefactor of the Templar brothers, because the blood of him is on the calendar. So he's been shot, probably.
We don't know that yet.
Well, his blood is on the disc. But the blood on the disc and on the calendar are the same. So...
Yeah, but we didn't know that it was his blood. That was a bit of a spoiler.
True. Well, no, it is his blood. It's not a spoiler, because the blood on the metal disc was from him. From from when Gina from when
Tried taking
Gina
it
tried
away.
to take it away. It was his
Ah,
blood
so
that got spattered on the disc.
Okay.
So
okay,
it's
okay.
like just yeah, it's just a simple deduction there.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily spoil that, I think.
No.
You already read this, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure your lordship recalls my learned Nipponese friend's actual assertion. Which was that he could prove the identity of the alleged accomplice.
Yes, and I can. Mel?
Yes, I'm sorry, I am eating.
That's
Oh,
okay.
it's okay.
Are you eating your dinner now?
No,
Oh, okay.
my
Just a
sister
snack.
just made a
Dessert?
cake.
Ah,
Aww.
nice.
That's why before I needed to check the omen because she wasn't there. She was in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Quack.
Then show us the evidence.
I agree. We must see proof that the clean-cut gentleman in the photograph is the filthy criminal you say he is.
This is the last piece of evidence. I've had a feeling that something has been missing in this trial from the very start. But now I'm going to drag it kicking and screaming into the courtroom.
Damn, that's
Violent. Are you ready to present your answers to the court and counsel?
Yes, my lord. The defense will present the evidence now. Prove that the man pictures in this photographic print was in fact the person struck by the third bullet. The proof is right here in this portfolio.
Good gracious, counsel. Does the portfolio contain the answers to every question posed? I see you share my interest in clever-colored liquids, my Nipponese friend, but...
We have a Nya redeem.
Court demands to see further
Ah.
evidence.
Yeah.
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 Surprised.
Huh? Yeah?
Which blood sample proves the man you identified was the one shot by the third bullet at the scene of the crime? Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
As mentioned before, on the afternoon of the day in question, the defendant attempted what is that? Deceitfully. And immediately to reclaim the disc from Windowbanks. Yeah.
Which is when the aforementioned Egg Benedict appeared on the scene, I believe, yeah. This man then attempted to purloin the article from the defendant possession, yeah?
That's correct, my lord. Yeah. I myself was present at the time. Yeah. Was following this that minor incident occurred. Yeah.
But of course, sir, yeah. Here's the disc for you.
very well, Nya. Then I shall bid you farewell, Nya. Say goodbye to style, Nya.
Wait a minute, Nya. The disc is mine.
Ah, what do you think you're doing, you little tramp, Nya? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal, Nya.
Animal.
Being a music box disc, it had countless small but sharp metal protrusions over the surface. Yeah. Those protrusions caused Mr. Benedict's finger to bleed. Yeah. And resulting to smear blood is still visible on the disc now. Yeah.
Goodness, a blood stain, is it, yeah?
My assistant and I have just analyzed the bloodstain here in this courtroom. Yeah.
My trusty flogger gun, yeah?
Yes. And we added the results to this portfolio, yeah. And the yawns are over.
Woo. GG.
GG.
It's green.
Who's juror number 5 again?
I think the
Dude.
It's exactly the same color as the
Sorry?
blood around the calendar.
It's the gun guy, actually.
No,
Is it? No,
that's
six.
juror 6. I think 5 is
Oh, there's 6 of them? Oh.
yeah, there's 6 of them. Always have that. The evidence is conclusive. The man calling himself Mr. Ack Benedict, who was Mr. Winterbank in Mr. Winterbank's earlier in the day, is the accomplice who was present at the scene of the crime that same night. Mumble, 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 mumble. The gallery is going crazy. My lord, it is the opinion of the defense that Mr. Ack Benedict should be summoned to the courtroom to testify.
It would certainly seem that we can ill afford to ignore this gentleman's apparent presence.
This has gone on long enough now. This flagrant ignorance of the mechanics of law.
Huh?
That's the 3rd glass in like 20 minutes. Sherlock Holmes, you say?
This match
Yes, I've heard the name.
Well, it is the second glass that he maybe will drink. I don't know. I mean, one glass he just shattered, you know?
Yeah, true. Protagonist in a series of short stories for the vulgar classes. A god of detection or something of such.
Ooh, now he's a classist too.
Add to his long list. Problematic
Now you
traits.
employ chemical substances devised by this fantastical persona in the highest court of the land. Do you expect us to take you seriously? The samples made by this plaything are not fit to be called evidence. So the bloodstain turned a shade of green. What of it? Here's to you successfully proving that no other blood in the world would turn the same color.
Well,
And pray, do not even think of suggesting that we should take Mr. Holmes's word for it.
Ooh.
Is he right? Is Mr. Holmes' confession was real? I don't know. I mean, he's very detective. What are you talking about? How do you get away with that?
I knew it would come to this. Of course, Mrs. Holmes's invention isn't going to be recognized by any official body. But what other choice do I have?
You do have her.
I'm just remembering what Father Christmas over there said before
Father Christmas.
about how he temporarily suspending the summation examination. In other words, the examination isn't over yet, is it?
Good grief. What did you just say, young girl?
What did you just call me?
And in a summation examination, decision as to whether or not the trial continues is in the hands of the 6 jurors, isn't it? So, the way I see it, it doesn't matter what certain other people think of Holmes's invention. At least, not for now.
Iris is such a brilliant
Wow.
genius.
He's also sassy as fuck in like a
Yeah,
really
she is.
subtle way.
Yes, she's right.
She's like, your opinion doesn't matter.
Well, it just summarizes it really good.
Quite a devious mind.
Indeed.
It really just comes down to one thing. Whether these ladies and gentlemen of the jury are convinced by what you say, Ryu. Is that about right? What did you say? Or did I misunderstand something?
Unbelievable. Mr. Holmes's partner is a force to be reckoned with.
She'll fuck you up.
Iris Watson, sharpshooter.
Indeed. Sharpshooter into our hearts.
Fucking love her so much.
After the shoot persists of the situation from an entirely unexpected source. It must be acknowledged that the previous submission examination is yet to reach its conclusion.
This is absurd.
No shit.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court now looks to you for your final leanings in the matter. As proud citizens of Her Majesty's Britain, I'm sure you will come to fair and just conclusions. So then, state your final decisions in turn, please.
Not guilty. Oh, yeah, he's
Just extra voice
Oh,
acting.
Ding dong.
Guilty.
You're back.
Guilty. Hey.
Ew.
How the doctor guy's face just slams down too.
He's trying to keep his hands stale, despite not
Oh,
being
yeah,
in a
that's
sterile
right.
situation.
No.
Forgot about that. Oh
2
god.
call guilty and 4 call not guilty. Such is the outcome of the submission examination.
My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage. The prosecution refuses to accept this decision.
Deal with it. On what grounds?
Deal with it, indeed.
Crosses his arms. If these jurors are persuaded by some half-baked concoction devised by a pretender to real police work, then they are too ignorant to be trusted with the judgment of anyone's guilt.
Oof. It's not winning anyone over.
Ooh. Yeah, what if everyone just goes, fuck you, and they all just go,
Yeah.
How
I
dare
changed my
you?
mind. I'm sorry, Lord Van Zieks, but the outcome of the submission examination cannot be ignored. This trial will continue. Oh, heart attack.
oh my god. Like, ah!
Ugh. Nevertheless, we find ourselves in a rather awkward situation. The defense has very reasonably requested the subpoena of a new witness. Sadly, I fear that would be impossible.
What?
The name the gentleman gave for himself, Egg Benedict, is quite clearly false.
Oh no shit. I don't believe it. Just when I managed to prove that man was dead at night. I don't know who this is, but there's no.
I'll click it.
I think I could do Gregson.
Could I say something? Who was that, please? Who spoke?
Oh, no, it's
It
not.
was
I know.
her.
It was her. Ryan.
Not here.
Oh, fudge. Belle,
Yes.
go ahead. Voice her for a sec.
It was me, my lord.
Juror number 5.
What have you to say, madam?
If possible, Inspector.
Me, ma'am.
I wonder if you might show the photographic print to me again. The one with the gentleman I show.
Ah, right, yes, this one you mean. Of Mr. Benedict.
Yes. There's no doubt in my mind.
What if they're related?
Juror number 5. You don't mean to say you know this man?
Yes, I know him.
What?
No. Good gracious.
There's so many coincidences in this court.
Order. Juror number 5. How on earth?
I am a communications officer. Stop.
What if she wasn't doing that as like
As we
a
can clearly
Morse
see.
code sort of a thing? And she's just like, I'm a communications officer. Stop.
The gentleman in the photograph is stop.
Correct.
Also communications officer. Stop. He works in my office. Stop.
Oh, Ryan's back?
Yeah.
Okay, you can voice the
Ryan, you
rest.
can do the lady.
There we go.
A very talented operator, in fact. Stop. He should be in the communication station now. Stop tapping away on the telegraph. Stop.
This doesn't seem right somehow. I can't put my finger on it why, but it doesn't feel right.
Suppose we all imagine the accomplice would be some sort of hardened criminal. It's a bit unexpected to find out that he has a respectable job by day, whatever he gets up to at night.
Yes, I suppose that's it. I suppose that's why I feel something's wrong. Was wrong.
If the gentleman is at London's communication station, we should be able to subpoena him within the hour. Lord Van 6, if you please.
Yes, my lord.
Make the necessary arrangements with all haste.
As your lordship bids.
The court will recess for 1 hour. When the new witness arrives, we shall reconvene to hear the gentleman's testimony. Inspector Gregson. Yes, my lord. I should like to hear from you specifically about events at the pawnbrokery on the day in question. Come to my chambers during the recess. Yes, sir, my lord. Very well, court is adjourned until 1:40 p.m.
Wow, good thing we didn't do the summation examination previously.
To be continued.
Took us like 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Especially
Need to
since
take a
it got
bathroom break,
suspended.
'cause Jesus Christ. I'll
Huh?
be right back.
Yeah,
Sorry? Oh, okay.
bathroom break.
Hi. Yeah, after 1 hour and 30 minutes, I suppose we're just gonna continue and just save it manually at some point. Whack! 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 Well then, quite the turn of events. We're gonna drag Benedict into this court.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Kicking and screaming, might add. And...
Kicking and screaming.
Screaming and kicking.
I used to like. I like that movie.
Screaming and kicking?
Yeah, kicking and screaming.
I never heard of it.
It was an old Disney movie.
What?
Yeah, with yeah, Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell was part of it, and Josh Hutcherson.
Okay.
Yeah?
It was a soccer movie
A sucker.
or football. Yeah.
Kicking and screaming.
Yeah, a bunch of kids literally kicking and screaming.
Yeah, that's the whole.
That's a clever title there.
Oh, never mind. It's Universal. My bad. But still, big studio.
Indeed. So your thoughts about the case so far?
It is case.
Very convoluted.
Yeah.
The fact that
Very
3 bullets.
long. Yeah.
It took
Oh.
us
3
that
bullets,
long to
3
find the third
guns.
one. Yeah.
Mysterious person, last minute,
Yeah.
pulling all the stops.
Yeah.
Another accomplice. Crazy.
Whoa, what?
What?
We'll probably see what. Well, we will see what happens next, probably.
Wait, are we doing continuing off here or are we stopping? I don't know what time we're gonna put here.
Well, we only went for 1 hour and 30 minutes. We can stop here because it's a nice jump, like continuation point. But we could also continue a menu save later. In
Because I
between
don't know
text and
how
other
long
things.
it would be until the next like good stop point, right? Because it is gonna be a lot of exposition too with the new witness.
It will be.
Poached eggs.
Poached eggs.
That's his actual
That's
name.
up to you. I don't
We
know how
can
long you're gonna be.
we can wait for Kutz to see his opinion. I don't mind stopping here. We want to just start at part 3.
Yeah, I'm also pretty tired.
Yeah.
Me too. I don't know why, but I feel very tired.
You're just still recovering, right, Belle?
Yeah. How have you been this week? Still recovering. In that case, I'll just call out here then, and we continue next week.
Yeah, let's just wait for Kutz to be back.
I'll close off.
I return with
You
cheese
have returned.
sticks.
Cheese stick.
There
Ooh.
we go. My stomach is rumblies, but I want to keep going, so.
You want to keep going?
Just closing, we're just wrapping out.
What? No!
Yeah, everybody's tired. Aww.
It's
Yeah,
okay, Coots. I play game with you.
The thing is, we could start the new episode right now and just save somewhere manually.
Well,
But there's also a...
everyone else is tired. It's not really my call.
Yeah, well, I'm not necessarily
It's only
tired.
like
It's just...
4:40 for me right now.
Yeah. It's like 10:40 for everyone else.
Yeah, you
Except
guys
for
are
Ryan
asleep.
and...
Let's
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up for this time. Just this short 1.5 hour stream.
Yeah.
Don't
Compared
worry,
to usual.
Coots. I'll play with you. We can play game.
If you share your cheese sticks.
It's okay, I got plenty.
Yeah.
Here. Just like a hands screen.
Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu. Nom 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 nom.
Imagine like Lord Von Zeke's going like, delicious fucking cheese, my god. Where do you get this?
I do agree, Mr.
He
Fonzie.
dips it in the wine.
Dips it in the water. I need to do.
From let's dip it in the holy chalice. In the holy chalice
Throws it in the thing.
with nectar, with the nectar of the gods and everything.
Oh, no.
No.
Wow.
Throws the cheese on the side.
Not cheese!
Order. Can we please stop talking about
No.
cheese in court?
The idea of Iris just like weeping over a lost cheese stick. Smile.
Barbie.
Oh dear.
And then Gregson's coming up. Don't worry, don't worry.
Don't worry, I've got chips here.
Yeah. I bought you a packet.
Get some tea to calm you down.
Oh dear. Well, yeah, Iris is carrying the tea with. No. Iris carrying the tea around everywhere, so I mean.
I wonder how she gets more. If she magically refills with one of her new inventions.
Probably has an invention of a portable tea like maker or something.
Like a thermos bottle.
Well, to be honest, these kind of inventions that Iris makes are not necessarily conventional for the time back then.
Yeah.
I mean, Sherlock and Iris are pretty revolutionary there.
Very much, very much. Oh yeah, so what's everyone's plans for this coming week?
For the coming week or
Yeah, the whole
weekend?
Sleeping.
Oh, the whole week.
Yeah, I have
Is there
Ballon on
something
the same
special happening
wavelength.
this weekend, or
I have nothing special in the weekend. Gonna stream tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow's the first episode of Family Viewed.
Ooh.
Whoa!
oh, that's right.
What time do you start again? I think it's
3 p.m. Eastern.
Which
Yeah.
is
And then
9,
right now,
9 p.m. European. Or mid-Europe.
I may be able to raid actually.
Hmm?
I'll
And
be at
then
work
the-
doing that, so
and then
I hope I
the
get to see it.
survey is already up and it's gonna be closing within a few
Survey
hours.
says.
Survey says, yeah. So there's a survey up. I have had it open for 2 days. And then tomorrow will be the first episode, and then VOD will hopefully be up on Monday.
Ah.
Okay.
I hope. That's if I'm not too lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow we have a good number of guests. We have a lot of 4 bunnies versus 4 celestials. Or I say celestials, but the team had to be rearranged because some people couldn't make it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Fun.
Yep.
Fun.
Okay. In that case, we're gonna see if we can raid someone. I have here someone who I am. Oh. Why did I accidentally press an emote only chat? I raid.
Emoji.
We're going
Emoji.
to raid Skylar Snow Song. They raided me 1 time before, or 2 times before. Let's return the favor. We're currently playing Final Fantasy 14. Don't know what they're up to, but yeah, Ryan is already putting the commands in. If you want to raid with us, you can do so with the raid command. If you have a subscription to me, then you can do so with my emotes. Give them a lot of love, make them feel like comfortable with our audience, with who we are. I don't know. Give them, just spread the positivity. Ellie. Thank you everyone as well who joined my lovely Great Esotery trip. And thank you everyone who was watching.
Good as always.
And I'll see everyone next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.